Hello people, I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm going to do something different. I'm going to talk about myself, what I'm about, my real identity, and all that stuff. And I'm going to go by the creator's own words about me, what I've learned about myself, since I was born and now. Yeah, now, like I say, everything I know came from the source, but see, it didn't come all at once. It came over the years growing up, Everything wasn't told to me at once, so. Yeah, most of my knowledge came from the source, and the reason why I went is some knowledge came to me in different ways, because infinity could do things in infinite ways. So there are times it came through other people, there are times it came through, was online, or there are times it came in a dream, or there are times but majority of it came by being told directly, from the source within, talking to my incarnated version of the mind, from the original mind. So most of it was just downloaded to me directly from the source, the dark, the void. while while the source would choose to manifest the knowledge in other ways, like through life circumstances, everything's controlled. So the true nature about myself as a human incarnation, the true nature as so I'm talking about myself, my human self this time. So my name is Andre, my human name. Ooh, and basically, when it comes to the universal order about what I am, because I'm gonna go by the source, because the source is what matters, the opinion of the source when it comes to everything in general. According to the source, I'm one of the humans that's the source's favorite. Yeah. Remember I told you that he has categories, he has people, and there are people he loves, there are people he hates, there's people who he don't care about, and there's also people, when it comes to the ones he loves, there's a hierarchy. There are people who's his favorite among the ones he loves, and the favorites are in the highest position of existence. We're put in the highest position, basically. Yeah, so basically, I'm just going by what he told me in human words to the viewers, so to know more about who I am. So yeah, according to the source, I'm one of his favorite humans. So I'm not just loved. I'm at the top, like you have a basket of fruits, and there's favorites, and then there's a favorite of favorites. That's why I am. So it's like basically a special, among special even among the favorites. So that's the best way I can describe it. So that's just going by what I've been told, to my viewers. So. Ooh. So the reason why y'all sense a lot of energy coming from my existence, why it's so intense, why my presence is so strong, all that's just the energy that comes from the source, from being his favorite. So that's why I'm overwhelming with all that energy. So just in case you're wondering, what is that you're sensing from me? So yeah. And then according to him, there are other favorites out there of the source, And I was told that, no, I don't know all of them. The world, Earth is a big place. But yeah, there are other chosen ones. Like, basically, he mentioned what we all have in common. I'm going to just go by what he says, the words. You ready? This is from my incarnation, talking from what the source in me says to my incarnation me. Yeah. So anyway, what the source me taught me. So what I haven't met the other, favorites out there, but what we all have in common is that we're all black men. Of different shades of brown, which is either light skin, dark skin. We're all firstborns. One of our traits. We're all firstborns. Another trait is that we're all virgins, mentally and physically. Yeah, we chose not to sleep around with women just because, just because they were available to us. We didn't sell ourselves to, to females, just to get female attention. We didn't try to follow the crowd. What else we're known as? So we're known as virgins. We're the firstborn of our families on Earth. What else? Oh yeah, we're all black men. And also people in the world, just be aware that there are some people mixed with black genes who don't even look black too. It goes both ways. So like for example, there are some people who will look white, right? But who are not white. Because the genes among humans are so mixed together, that some people will look white but be black. So, yeah. But they just don't know they're black. Cause they probably go by their white side, by the family members. You know what I'm saying? Because there are times when genes are mixed together to where because in some genes, the black gene is weaker than the others. You know what I'm saying? So where you won't be able to tell that they're black. So. Yeah, yes, just be aware of that. So, yeah, so we're all black men. You know, we're Israelite men, the chosen nation, and there's 12,000 of us from each tribe of Israel. hmm So what we have in common is we're all firstborns, and we're called the elect. But we're not just any elect; we're the special ones, because the source have an order of his people. There's the ordinary elect, which are the masses of men, women, and children on earth who are chosen out of this world. And then there are the leaders of the elect, 144,000. And then there's 104,000 above that elect. That's not really mentioned in the Bible. It's just more hidden. So we're called special, which are beyond the ordinary favorite, basically like that. There's the masses. There's the favorite. You know, the leaders of the elect. And then there's the special group that's even above the leaders of the elect. So because the difference with us is that we're going to be ruling from the highest heaven one day. Heaven is not for humans under ordinary circumstances, but some humans are chosen to go up there, and I'm one of them. And then the others like me out in the world, they're one of them too. We're born on earth, but we're gonna take our body with us. How does it work? Basically, because our mind is there already. That's why we're so aware. You know, my mind is already on the highest heaven, the ninth heaven. But the only difference is that when it's time for me to ascend, my physical body is going to go where my mind's at right now. That's all I can say. So I'll still be human. I'll still have the same look for it. I'll just look this way for eternity. That's all I can say. That's the best way to describe it. So the only difference is I'm going to be able to use all the powers within my body. Like, yeah, instead of just, my mind, psychic power, I'll be able to do like any kind of power and ability. That's all I can say. That's only when this body ascends. Because according to the source, the favorites are considered eternal. Basically like we're children until we ascend, and that's when we become a grown up. Basically, that's the moment we ascend. Basically, so when our body ascends, it means we become a universal grown up, and basically we'll be at the top forever. So something like that. And we're put in a special authority, a special seat. We're equal to the lights. That was born up there, the Yahweh. Because what we're also called is that we're all Yahweh-Shais. We're literally we're basically just another Yahweh-Shai, basically. So yeah, in this video I wanted to explain more about myself, like what I am. So, because like I said, I'm not just one of the loved ones, I'm one of his favorites. Oh yeah. I'm not even an ordinary elect, so it's like, we're like a special group, and there's a, we're special even among the 104,000, so can't really explain that, like I said, because not everything is revealed to us. Like, there are times I'll know the future, there are times I won't, so it's like, and there are some things that's not meant to be told to us yet, so that's why I don't know everything as a human. So, brothers out there who are also like me, y'all know who y'all are. So, I don't know who y'all are, but yeah, I know that we all have the same nature, since that's our fate. Yeah, we all, let's see, we all never get lonely. We have the completion within us. We're fully aware, and we're not ordinary humans, and we're invincible. Because based on what I know, everyone who's chosen as the favorite of the source have the same level of authority, and we're basically the same in knowing where we get our attention, our energy. We get it from the source. We get it from the power of Israel, the creator of all things. The power of the Israelites, which are the black people that they call African Americans, blacks, or like the terms they give them today. So that's my real identity. I'm not just of the elect. I'm one of the favorites among the elect. And basically, we're given the fate of ruling from the highest heaven, which is right next to the void, the dark. So we're special. And like I said, the traits we have in common is that we never sold ourselves out to women, ever. Basically, we never tried to impress them, like trying to get with them just to, we've always been our true self. We never changed for the system or the people. So when I'm just mentioning things that we all have in common, we're all firstborns, sons of our human families. So another trait, we're yeah, we kept our purity, whether it's mind or body. Yeah. Because you just think about it, like I was born in this world too, right? But yeah, I did not allow the world to corrupt me. Why was I like that? Why didn't I fall for the? Why didn't I get angry, go to jail? You know, fall for the tactics of the system. You know, fall for traps or turn evil just because of the world I live in. Why didn't it affect me? Because I was simply chosen to not be affected by it by the source. My DNA, the way I behave, is because my human incarnation was programmed to behave that way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are what your nature is. Your DNA is written a certain way. So every human have a nature that they're meant to act out. That's just how it is. So the only reason why I stayed pure was because I was programmed that way. I'm trying to explain this to y'all so y'all understand. You know what I mean when I say program? Basically, this is my true self. I'm only being myself. The only reason why it's so easy for me not to do wrong and so easy for me just to live and not fall for, traps and stay pure no matter what happens around me, because it's just in my DNA to be that way. So I'm only acting out my nature. So I'm only being the way that the source made my incarnation. So the source me made my incarnation me. So yeah. So therefore, that's why I said in my past videos, everyone is born a certain way according to their DNA. So there are people who are bad by nature. There are people who are good by nature. And then there are people who are special by nature, who are beyond the ordinary good. The thing about us is that we never did wrong once, and we've never been at fault. Of course, in this world system, there's plenty of people who will try to lie on us and spread false rumors about people. Oh, don't get me wrong, we're not exempt from that. But I'm saying in the sight of the source, we've never done anything wrong. Remember, sin means bad action. Not everyone did it bad. There are people who became bad who are naturally good, and there are people who are born bad, so they're just sinners by default. But there are people also who stayed good, who never even sinned once. So that's one of the traits that the elect have, the special Israelites among the rest of the elect. So we're basically yeah. You gotta understand, the only bad that I would have ever done is a lie from other people claiming I did something bad. Yeah, this is why they tried so hard to brainwash me growing up. They didn't want me to know myself. Which they failed, so I became what they feared. Serve y'all right. Oh yeah. So anyway. Yeah. So you gotta understand, because y'all been lied to by Christianity. So there are people who don't sin that are still around. We're just extremely rare, even among our own people. So yeah. And the reason why it's easy not to sin, because the Creator made me that way. So yeah. I'm only acting out my true self. That's it. So yeah. So regardless of a person does good or bad, the one who has all the credit is the Creator, the source, the one and only self. Yeah. So since I was created to be a favorite of the source, I'm gonna continue enjoying being the favorite of the source. Oh yeah. This is why life is so heavenly to me. Like, why is it so paradise? Why am I rich? Why am I powerful? Why can't I be beaten in battle? Why do I run on good luck? Why do good luck spirits serve me? Why do everything work in my favor? Why do the challenges of life make me stronger instead of make me want to give up? Why? The answer, the source. Yeah. Whew. Cause guys like me are never in any danger, Yeah. Because everything that happens, good or bad, is meant to improve us in some way. When it comes to growth and development, something like that. Like, we need to experience certain things in order to have certain rewards. Because there are many rewards that we get just for existing. But then there's special rewards that we get through living on Earth as a human, experiencing life, the adventure of it, yeah. That we will only get by experiencing being human, I have no memory of, because I know, other humans, I came into existence, in my dad's nutsack when my body was formed. And, and the mind is the void, so the void is omnipresent. So when my body was forming, and then it was transferred to my mother, from my dad having sex with my mother, yeah, then it started multiplying. Oh, yeah. I already know, yeah, and then eventually I became aware I was alive when I was born, and, you know how babies are not fully aware yet, because they're still developing. First is their the void mind by itself, and then it's the self-awareness counterpart, then it's the thought, the ego. Oh, no, sorry, not sorry. The ego is the self-awareness. Sorry, I meant to say first is the void, then it's the self-awareness counterpart, which is also called the ego, and then is the light, which is the thought, the ability to think. And then as we get older later, as a child, it gets older a little, then we are. Then what comes next is imagination, wisdom. Yeah. That's the order that the human mind develops when it comes into existence. So, oh yeah. So anyway, so yeah. So basically, I know I from my memory, that's where my human incarnation started. I mean, like when I came into existence, my incarnation. Yeah, my carnation self from the source self. Yeah, like I said, based on what I know so far, the difference with the original Yahweh Shai is that the light was born in heaven first and then incarnated as human. You know what I'm saying? Just to be an example to our people during that time and enlighten certain people. And then he went back to heaven in his human body. That was an example about my fate and others like me were chosen for that. The only difference is that we start off on Earth, you know? Yeah. But we were told that our real home is at the highest heaven. We're going to be on equal footing with the original Yahweh Shai. Equal, basically. So that's all I know of so far. So that's the truth about me. You know, the truth about me. Yeah. The what I am, and you know, the type of human I am. You know. Yeah. I'm one of the favorites, and yeah, this is why the presence y'all sense coming from my existence is so great. Why y'all, and this is why you police officers, why y'all afraid of me. I'm fully aware. Every time y'all see me, y'all see a powerful essence that scare y'all. That's why y'all never try me. Yeah, then I know some of y'all probably see heavenly beings that I don't see. Being a human on this realm, I can't see this. I cannot, on average, I cannot see the spirit world because but I know sometimes the spirit world will be shown to people just so they know how to mess with certain people. I know the source would do that too. He will literally show certain. Because on average, I can't see the spirit world. You know what I'm saying? I only know of it because the source told me. Yeah, that's why. So that's why it will appear like I see things I normally don't want to see. It's only because I was made to be aware of it. That's it. But not in a way where I'm looking at it like, yeah. I was just told it was there. Like, for example, when I read energy, right? I can read energy, so I'm able to tell what's there even without seeing it. That's all I can say. Yeah. So, yeah, and think about it, what we have in common, too, you know, the black men who are chosen to be the favorite of the source, is the simple fact that we're hated by everybody from birth. You know, because those who are now the creator is going to hate the chosen. But even, it's not just are the chosen ones hated, which are the elect, but even the special, now when it comes to among the elect, right, the special elect are different from even the rest of the elect. We're basically spiritual to them, even though all the elect are spiritually minded, like really spiritual, and then some more spiritual than others. We special elect, though, the special ones among the elect, we are a special kind of spiritual, that we're basically weird to the elect. Yeah, Yeah, so this explains why even with, because see, a lot of guys who are spiritual are not fully spiritual. Like, they're only spiritual to a certain level, but they're spiritual above that spiritual. So I'm basically spiritual. To put it in the simplest term, I'm basically spiritual to spiritual people. My spirituality is so basically at the highest level of spirituality, and there's no more point past that. It's the highest level, the roof of spirituality. If I go beyond that, then that's non-existence. See, anyway, now basically, so yes, this is why. So what we elect have in common, the special elect, I mean, not just any elect, yeah. What we special elect have in common is that we're even peculiar to our fellow elect, because the rest of the elect are ordinary, you know, earthbound. The leaders of the elect too. But when it comes to the ones above the leaders of the elect, we're literally different from all of them. This explains why we know things that they don't know. Because the source only reveals levels of awareness to certain groups of people. There are people the source will make stupid, or less aware, or middle aware, or mostly aware, and then the top aware, which is what I have. So the source gives every individual different awarenesses for a reason, because he chooses not to reveal like certain things to. Like, he don't reveal this everything. He only, for example, he don't reveal everything to everybody. Like, the only one he gives the complete awareness to are his favorites among the humans on Earth. Yeah. So being his favorite, this is why I have the highest level of knowledge possible. This is also why I have that. Yeah. So yeah. But when did I become aware of what I was? You know how when a human is born in this world, we start over developing. Growing from a baby, right? The learning experience, all that. This stuff was taught to me over the years, not all at once. So, and then I noticed things that I didn't notice as a child. Like, how is it that I survived certain things that were normally impossible? Like, I remember as a child when I got into a neighborhood fight with somebody, right? Because I got tired of them messing with me. I remember how there was this time where I got in a fight with someone. He picked up a wooden sharp stick. We were like in a forest area, right? He picked up a very thick, sharp object, and basically, it wasn't really a stick. It was like a sharp wooded thing, and then he rushed at me with it, to stab me with it, and I froze in fear. I was back against the wall. I froze in fear, right? He rushed at me. Now I could have just moved to the side, right? But yeah, as a child, I wasn't. You know how we're still learning, so yeah, I was frozen with fear because he would come at me with a sharp object. He was about to kill me with it, and then next thing I know, something invisible got me out the way, like. And not only that, that guy ended up calming down, and he looked at me like he saw a ghost and walked away. So, and then I remember I was told by my earthly dad too, that when I was 4 years old, basically, okay, I don't remember things as a toddler, but when I was really young, I raced a neighborhood kid, and I said, what, that's it, because my bike was acting up, so I got my bike and I was running down the hill right after him. And the hill was very steep, so my earthly dad wondered why I never tripped. And I didn't remember that because I was so young. But then, let me see. And then, what else? I'm saying there are things that, yeah, it's like, I looked throughout my life. And then the police officers, have always feared me, even when I never met them before. You know how they like to go around messing with black people? I mean, there's a lot of black people who are judged by the creator, through the police, if the black people are acting up. But there are police officers who are just mess with people just because they can. Of course, they're given that right for a season, so that's why God allows that to happen. But anyway, when a police officer sees me, a black man, right, they run away in fear. The ones who try to mess with people, but when they see me, they get freaked out and be like, the police never want to investigate or bother me. And then I was told literally by the source why. He says, because I'm off limits. You see that? So, oh yeah, some people were allowed to see the spirit world, and they actually saw a muscular heavenly being guarding me, and it scared the death out. I said, that explains why police officers are afraid. And then, or the source would simply just put the fear in them. So I'm just like, what? So yeah, it's yeah. And this is simply why weapons don't work on me either. Guns, bullets, all this stuff, growing up from a child, how we've all been on adventures throughout our lifetime. Exactly. So it's like there are times when I saw situations and normally it's impossible to survive certain things, right? But I've never really, I've survived every encounter. I was always protected. I remember, okay, I'm going to mention this too. There was a time where I wanted to see what it was like to be injured. So, it's only with someone who deserved it, though. I basically just ran in front of the car. I mean, it didn't take out full speed, only enough speed. I wanted to see what it's like to actually be hit. Because, like I said, you're only, we're protected, but, we can get ourselves in trouble still. You know what I'm saying? This is the main reason why the enemies create a system where they try to set us up. They lay traps. Cause the only way they can possibly do anything to us is that they have to set us up to get ourselves in trouble. That's the only way, but even that's not guaranteed. There are times when I've fallen for a trap throughout my life, a few traps, and yet the source made it so they couldn't do anything to me, even though I was at fault. You see that? Why? Because the source has to sing and everything. Yeah. Oh yeah, but anyway, that's like I said, I got hurt, by a car one time because I wanted to see what it's like. Because I've been protected by the source my whole life. So I wonder what it's like to get hit. Bam. And then I'll tell you this because then when I got oh yeah, the source healed me. You know what I'm saying? By having different things manifest to where it's unnatural for a human to recover from certain injuries. And yet after a couple of days, my body went back to normal as if I never got hit. I can't explain it, man. It's just, yeah. You gotta understand. The source said in the scripture, I am the power. I am alone. I alone do all these things. There's no power with me. I make alive. I kill. I wound. I heal. I have good. I create evil. I alone do all these things. And there is no power with me. This is coming from the source now. These are his words. You see that? So that's, yeah, he controls everything, literally. He's the one that, yeah. So the reason why I wasn't injured beyond repair, because he didn't want me to. That's why I healed. He said I heal, remember? Yeah, the privilege that we special elect have, man. But I already know my fellow elect out there already know this. Because y'all are the same as me. The ones who are the favorite, think about it, the favorite of the source have the same mentality. That's the thing. We're literally like fully aware. And we feel complete no matter what. We're never bored. We're at peace. We don't take anything for granted. So yeah, there's many things that my elect have in common with me. So, and only the highest awareness people can be like this, to, see every detail, not take things for granted, love life, live life, don't worry, don't base our odds off what we see and don't see. Yeah, it's just, exactly. This is why we're basically weird, even among the other chosen ones, because we're a special kind of chosen one. But when it comes to the order of reality, when it comes to all the humans in existence since the beginning of time and now, and then at the end, basically, yeah, we're so rare because it's like this. Like, here's the majority of humans that the Creator either don't care about or hate. Then there's the ones he loves, and then at the top are not just the ones he loves, but his favorites of the ones he loves. His favorites are put in the highest position of existence. That's the only thing that So basically we're at the top of the top. We're not ordinary chosen one. Oh yeah. So yeah. So in this video, I wanted to explain to the world what I know I am. So just in case y'all wondering what's with that energy, that otherworldly energy, and it's not just spirit energy. Why is it so overbearing? Yeah, because it's given to the special elect of the populations on Earth. Yeah, and even when it comes to all the elect, whether special or not, we're literally 1% of the population. Yeah. When it comes to all of time, and yeah. That's why there appears to still be a lot of us. Cause see, I'm gonna mention this too about us black people. Okay, they say that we're the minority. They lied to us, right? Like, if you actually look at our people right now on Earth, in every country that we're in, and we actually outnumber every. I'm talking about the Israelites, not the other nations of black people. I'm saying the Israelites. We actually outnumber every nation on Earth put together by a lot. Thus fulfill the prophecy that we be as numerous as the sand of the sea, as the stars of the heavens. But a lot of our people believe the lie that we're a minority. They don't know that there's more of us than all the nations combined. A lot of our people just don't realize that. And not only that, let's see here. When it comes to our people who are bad, right? Now, another lie to expose. Yeah, they'll be punished by the Creator judge because they're being ridiculous. That's why the judge either torments them through bad luck or other people, or he straight up kills them. Now, understand this. The bad of our people are still going to make it to the kingdom of heaven, which is designed for our people, eternal life. But they're going to enter there the hard way. Because they're hard-headed, they have to die and then be reincarnated, to have a fresh start. So they're still going to exist. They're just going to be brought back when the final evil is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the good Israelites will never have to, go into the kingdom of heaven the hard way. They'll go in the easy way. Because they were never hard-headed. That's the thing. So, and then, yeah. And we special ones are so special that, I don't even think we're going to have an ordinary death. Based on what I've been told, ascension, something like that. So, yeah, I haven't really been told everything in detail. All I know is that, yeah. we Israelites are going to take our physical body with us, based on what I've been told, you know. So yeah. We special ones, yeah. Um. Oh yeah. While the rest of the Israelites, they will die a natural death, you know, go to rest, but they will go to peace, you know, rest, and then they'll come back when there's a worldwide resurrection. The kingdom of heaven is only for the 12 tribes of Israel, which are known today as black people. Yeah. It's for the 12 tribes of Israel. So every Israelite is going to be brought into the kingdom, both the good and the bad. The bad people are so hard-headed, you know, the sellouts, all of them, that they have to learn the hard way. So they're going to end up being taken out in the most gruesome way on this side of you know, because when you die, you cease to exist. You basically go to rest. You don't, good and bad, you basically are no longer conscious. So when it comes to dying in a future resurrection, there's no concept of time. So everyone that dies in this lifetime, all you will know is that you wake up in the future, and you will be aware of no time passing. It wouldn't matter what time period you died. It wouldn't matter if it was like the beginning of time, the early of the human race, or now. Everyone that dies, all you will know is that you'll wake up in the future, brought back to life, and it's going to happen the moment you close your eyes. You'll wake up right after, just quickly, and to you would not be aware of time passing at all. Yeah, it doesn't matter what time you died in. There's no length of time where all the way to the resurrection, there will be no. Yeah, you won't be able. You'll be like, wait, I just died. Yeah, then you woke up, because you woke up in the future where you're brought back to life. The dead are not aware of anything, not even the concept of time. They're literally gone. But to them, it's going to be like the only thing they will remember is when they died, when they closed their eyes from this life. That's it. So they'll just be like, wait a minute, I just died. How am I awake all of a sudden? What? Yeah. So anyway, so basically, when the Israelites die, on average, like they go to the ground just like the rest of the world, but the Israelites were brought back, for the kingdom of heaven, while the wicked are brought back just to be condemned altogether, both ancestors and descendant. Then they'll be thrown into a lake of fire, which is basically God's anger He held back for generations. He saves especially for them. So the difference is He's just going to release it all at once. That's don't tell me how to explain that, because not everything's revealed to me. So basically, He's going to destroy them all at once. And so all the villains who died, without being punished, they're going to be punished. Yeah, they're all going to be punished together. So I'm just letting you know. So there will be justice. Yeah. So anyway, back to what I was saying about earlier. We Israelites, we favorites are a special group. So yeah, there's a reason why the source don't want us to hang out with a group of people, of fellow Israelites and all that. We're so special that, He wants us to honor our holiness and stay separated, even from among our own. Because we're, the only time we come together is when the source brings us up to heaven, when the time is right. Yeah. So right now we're scattered because the elect, there's a reason why we had no need. We're born without the ability to have to socialize with other humans to feel complete, to feel like we belong. There's a reason why we're born without that, that need. Because having the highest awareness makes us in tune, so we don't have to fellowship with other humans to feel complete. We get that from within ourselves. But only the humans with the highest awareness have this knowledge. So this is why we feel a need to have to belong somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't that see? Yeah, this is why we're this way. Yeah. The only time we'll come together is during the time when it's time to ascend. But we're coming together not because we're lonely, but rather to fulfill a role. Yeah. And then we'll live eternally, with that highest authority. Oh yeah. We'll have our own, based on what I've been told, we'll have our own pocket dimension, or, when we grow up, we're basically going to experience being because we're basically going to repeat with the source. He's going to teach us things, yeah. There's many things we'll have the fat of all reality, the goodness of all reality. We'll also learn how to create things. That's all I can say. Some things are revealed to me, but not everything, so that's all I can say. Yeah. So I'm going to just leave it at that, so I'm not some things are revealed to me too, but I'm not going to talk about that. That's too detailed. That's too deep, so. But yeah. So anyway, yeah. What makes the firstborn of create the firstborn chosen ones, what makes it special also is that we don't have the same needs as the average human. You know, we're complete by our own existence. We don't feel the need to go out and socialize. hmm We feel complete by ourselves. People will socialize with other people just to feel like just to complete themselves, to feel like they to take care of a belonging, to belong somewhere. But we favorite Israelites are born with that by ourselves, so we have no need to you know hang out with other humans. Of course, it doesn't mean we hate other humans. When we hang out with other humans, of course, we don't need them to feel complete. But we're only gonna the only time we have something to do with other humans is when it's meant to be. Like we have to if it's meant for us to lighten them on something, or we'll just simply pass through. That's it, but not befriend them. We're just gonna yeah. There's a reason why we honor our own holiness, to where it must be maintained because we're a special group that the source wants to keep separate from the others for a reason. This explains why the source never wanted us to, be among a group. He don't want us to be, lied to and join that lie even a tiny bit. Because every religion in this world have a lie in them, or it's not fully aware. So this explains why the source didn't want me to be even part of it. It's not just. I mentioned the false religions, right? The Christians, Jehovah's Muslims. Yeah, this is why he didn't want me to join groups of a lot of my own people, because he knows that they don't have the complete truth. If it's even the 1% of a lie within a lot of the truth they speak, then it will still not be good. So this is why he don't want us joining other people, and why we're born without the ability to need to socialize. We're born without the need to socialize. To say it in the easiest term, we don't need to socialize because we get that energy from ourselves. So there's no point. Exactly. Yeah. We only socialize when we come together for a mission. That's it. Because there are times where we gotta team up to fill certain roles, and that's the only reason why we come together. It's only during those times. But other than that, we're just complete on our own. Yeah. So that's another trait that we favorites of the source have, that we're born with. So yeah. Oh yeah, and all the favorites of the source are all men. Yeah, males. And also the ordinary leaders of the rest of the elect on earth, because we favorite elect are gonna be ruling from the heaven, while the leaders that's on earth will be ruling from earth. And let me see here. Then the majority of the elect is made of man, woman, and children. Yeah, of the chosen ones, right? But then the leader of the man, woman, children, the elect on earth, the leaders on earth are all men, just like the elect in the heavens are men. So yeah. So we're all males. So to put it short, that 104,000 is just males only. Yeah, while the elect that's joined with that, that's redeemed with the they're basically made up of man, woman, and children when it comes to the countless number, because the 104,000 are the elect leaders, while the elect are the hundreds of man, women, and children. And then there's a special group that's beyond the 104,000 on earth, the 104,000 of the heavens. Yeah. So we're basically gonna be on the same level as or rather we are already. Yeah. It's just gonna manifest when the time comes. By the time our body will be ascending. Yep. Yeah. And we can travel from heaven, and we can travel from heaven to earth anytime we want to, and we'll have all the supernatural abilities. That's all I know so far. So. Yeah. So, how much time do I got left before I ascend? As an ordinary human on this world, I have no idea. Because not everything is revealed yet. So yeah. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say in this video. About my identity, what I am. Yeah, one of the source's favorites. We're and then when it comes to the source's favorite, what our nature is. That's right. We're all firstborns of a family. We're all virgins. We never feel the need to show off to women or to follow a crowd. So we're virgins not only physically but mentally, both. Because actually, both mental and physical it's literally the same thing. Because the physical comes from the mental too. So basically mental virgin. Because we never were one of the people of the system. We never followed the crowd to be accepted. This is why I never smoked or done drugs and stuff. Because just because everybody was doing that, what? So I'm supposed to do it too? Just because everybody else is doing it? Come on. No wonder that always sounded stupid to me. So yeah, so to distinguish what the favor of the sources is, we're all virgins. We haven't sold ourselves for pussy. Let me see. We're all let's see. We're sinless. We're not. We have no fault before the eyes of the Creator. Yeah, we're without fault. So we're designed that way. So we're a special group of righteousness. That's above the ordinary righteous. Yeah. Because the ordinary righteous became bad, then became good again. Become good again means repent. So the ordinary righteous went good and came back bad, while we favorites of the source never went bad once. We stayed good no matter what. We were just proud of who we naturally are, so we never succumbed to the pressure of the world. We said, no, I'm gonna still be me. This is what I'm meant to be, so I'm gonna be me. I don't care what you think. Yeah. So we never sinned in the eyes of the Creator. We're without fault. Let me see. What else? Oh yeah, we have a complete nature. We have no need to socialize with others to feel complete. We never experience or feel lonely. We get that from ourselves, within ourselves. So we don't need what many humans need on the average, basically, to feel like we're alive. We feel alive with just a source within our own existence. That's another trait that we have. What else? Oh yeah, we're unbeatable. We can't be losing a fist fight or against superpowered enemies. Doesn't matter what they throw at us. No weapons that form against us ever prospers. Yeah, there's a reason why we're a walking miracle. Because that's another trait of the favorite. What else? What else do we have that's unique compared to all the groups of people, whether the ordinary elect or the wicked, or yeah. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we don't need extra help to know the prophecy or the reality, because many people have to be shown visions and dream in order to be able to understand things at a deeper level, while we hear the Creator's voice all the time while we're fully awake. We're so aware. We have the highest awareness that we don't have to be given crutches just to know something. Like basically, we don't have to be shown a vision just to know something deep. We'll just know while we're fully awake. Basically, we hear how the source talks, no matter what form, or how he talks, or how he go about things. Basically, we're not hard-headed to where he has to use a vision or a dream to try to tell us something deep. We'll just hear it the moment he says it to our mind. So that's something we have that the rest of the elect don't have. We special, we favorite ones do. Yeah. We just hear the voice instantly. We're not like, we don't have to be shown dreams or something has to be obvious in order for us to know. We'll just know, like with a simple download of information from the source. Yeah. It's just simply knowing without the source don't have to go into detail of us in order for us to know something. We're given the ability just to know. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter how we'll just know. Let me see what else that we have that the rest of the elect and those who are not the elect have. Let me see here. Yeah, we're strong. We're unbeatable. Our mental prowess. We have miraculous abilities. Our magic can't be equal to any being. Yeah. Our magic basically is at the top of the magic, so other beings can't do anything to us, and we're so much powerful than them. We don't have to perform rituals in order for things to come to reality. We just simply gotta will it. Yeah, we have that ability too. So what else? Oh yeah, I mentioned this, right? We're the firstborn son of our human families. Yeah. What else? We're Oh yeah, our enemies come at us the hardest simply because we're a trophy they can't have. This is why they attack us the hardest. Like they try to get us to join their side no matter what. They start from where we're babies. They try to get us to, because they're glad about getting. They know that they have the others that's on their side, but yeah, and they trick some of the elect. But when it comes to the special elect, they haven't gotten us once, so that's why they desire to take us down the most, So it's like, this is why we get attacked the hardest, while we're on Earth. So Yep, but they're only allowed to do what they're allowed to do. They can't cross a certain line. So, and we could, yeah, we can dish out blessings and curse, and it becomes reality. So, yeah. So there's many things that makes us favorites of the source special. So, yeah. So black men out there who's the favorite of the source, you know who you are. So there's a reason why you feel complete no matter what. Yep, because we have the highest awareness. The source is with us the most compared to every other being. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say in this video. I just wanted to explain to the world who I am and the others who are like me out there are. Anyway, I'm fully aware that I'm the favorite of the source. This is why my life is heavenly. Anyway, peace.